Yo, Ban, why are you so awesome? Even at like the first little bit of this episode with that flashback, and even at the end, it's like this shows why you're the most coolest character in the series. Like stealing freaking Jericho's armor, making her pretty much butt ass naked, and like all the nights getting a massive rock on just to seeing that and that backstory. So literally at the start of this episode, we get to see the backstory of what was going on between Bar and how he got that scar against Meliodas. He was pretty much just trying to take his sword, and he's like, let me have a look at this sword, and he's like, yo, let go. Let go, Bar, I'm telling you. And it's like, Gianna's like, whoa, whoa, stop. Like, and it was like, yo, when he pulled out a thing and just like cut off like pretty much most of his neck there, it's like, that's an epic way how you tell you get that scar. Like, that's just one way to tell it. And then throughout the most episode, it was like Meliodas going against like one of the weird Fang members, like Golgius or something his name was, and he was like had this ability to like to make himself transparent, so he was able to like zip around. It made it look like he was teleporting or something throughout like the whole. It was kind of awesome to see that, like how like Meliodas was actually doing something. He was like, oh, I'm using like a magic trick right now, and he like broke the floor and everything, and it was like he was a very smart way of doing it, just beating the shit out of them, and how he actually had to get to this night. He actually had to like pretty much slash him and all that, and he had to run away on horse. Yeah, you're pretty gotta be scared of Meliodas because Meliodas will fuck you up. Another thing is to say that when he saw him getting angered and he tried to take the sword as well, you noticed that as well that Meliodas had that tattoo all over his forehead as well. So you're wondering, what is that? Like, what is that thing that he's got there? Is that some sort of special kind of like tattoo or something, or who knows? But it's like definitely something very interesting just to see at that little ending as well. Throughout this episode. Not to mention as well, we got to see throughout this one like the other weird Fang member, the one that was able to like make illusions and stuff, so it was able to manipulate and say, oh, Diane's gonna fight Meliodas, and then the same thing happened to Meliodas. So we kind of had two like Taizai, like two sins going against each other. And I was like, yeah, let's have Diane versus freaking Meliodas. This is an awesome fight right now. I just even like when they were running away from Diane as well. Like Meliodas was just like grabbing Elizabeth, and he was just like showing her panties to all the world to see. It's like, yeah. Definitely love those panties, don't you, Meliodas? I mean, he's just there running around, and it makes me feel as well like when how much they just like treat Elizabeth like shit. Every time I feel like she's just being like used as a sex object or something like that, or like, oh, I'm just here to be, feel like the other voice of opinion like that. Because I feel like with Elizabeth as well, like not only is she used like that, she's also used as like that. Oh, this is kind of what the people feel like, compared to like the Sin's opinions on the matter. Because, both the Sins are pretty much crazy. You got Diane, who's super tsundere. You got freaking Meliodas, who just don't get no fucks and he just wants to grab them titties. Barnes a freaking psycho. And it's like, and you'll see throughout later on, like, yeah, you kind of need that voice of reason in the group and all that. And that's kind of why she's there and Hawk's there as well. And pretty much to the end of the episode, like I said, it was all about, like, Barn being an awesome badass as well. And so when he saw that one of those weird Fang members and he got stabbed in the chest and he was like, and it's like, nah. He just give that shitting grin of like, this is why Barn's so badass. This is why Barn is so awesome. And it's like, I love me some Taizai right now. Really enjoyable episode. Yeah, some parts I will admit that the art and animation did drop at like kind of the first half, but it looks so much better like through the second half and all this episode. Like when Meliodas was going in, and like also as well the backstory at the start technically. Yeah, and around about the end of the episode as well with Barn, that kind of shit looked awesome as well. But so I'm gonna give this one 8 out of 10 this week. I really did enjoy this week's episode of Taizai, but let me know what you think in the comment section down below. But that's all from me, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.